Being a man is not trying to imitate a woman. Being a man is not being envy of a woman. How can you be envious of a female?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Alright, so again, spread the word, spread the word. We going to rise. Whether you like it or not, we going to rise. Yes, say it again and again. Keep on saying it, keep on telling your brothers outside there. So going back to the brothers, what we were saying to one another. What are we saying to one another? We are being defeated. We don't want to believe that the enemy is striking us like that. We don't want to believe that we are on bended knees. We don't want to believe. But if every time we turn around and we see a brother is crying in needs, you see, a lot of times when we see a brother crying, we don't want to see the tears because we know what the tears mean for a brother to cry to another brother. We know what it means. You see, you may be funny and you may be sarcastic and say, well, that brother is a sissy or that brother is a girl. But the tears is not running as a girl. It's a man that is crying in need. It's a man that is knees and saying, look, do something for me. I don't want to pick up guns in the streets. I don't want to go and do nothing to hurt anyone. I rather to be hungry and homeless. This is the truth I'm speaking. Because this is what the society have taught us. This is what it's all about. Learning a new day, learning a new society, learning how to be a man again. This is what we gotta do. We got to learn, we gotta creep again. We got to find that pillow in society again. We got to look to one another and say, let us do it. And the only way we can say, let us do it, is when you say, I don't know what to do. But you cannot continue fooling yourself. I know what to do. If you know what to do, well then look in your community. See, every time you see in the news, every 3 months, a brother gets shut down. Look and see what's going on. Look and see what's going on with your children. The younger generation outside there, they don't have a chance. Why they don't have a chance? Why are you not giving them that opportunity to live as a family of your pride and your ego, brother man? That is why. And that is why I say to you, give up the ego. Give it up. And when you give up the ego, you will come to God. You will confess your sin to God if you have any. You will know that God is the only way. That you don't have to fight your sisters on the internet. There is something not manly about that. What is wrong with our men? We don't know how to be a man. We don't know what is man and what is not man. Because we like to use the word man. Listen, I'm just going into your world. I'm using your words tonight. I'm using your words today to let you know the language that you speak. Sometimes I understand you. So when you don't know how to become a man, being a man is not fighting females every day as you wake up. Being a man is not trying to imitate a woman. Being a man is not being envy of a woman. How can you be envious of a female? How can you be jealous of a woman? This is not man quality. This is not being a man. When you are envious of a female, when you are jealous of a woman, you are not being a man. You are being a little boy. This is what Malcolm X was speaking about. This is what Malcolm was trying to tell us. And we see the full cycle right now. We see in the effect what Malcolm was talking about. Big men in big bodies, but little mind. The minds are very small. But we are looking at the body. That is why I say to you, don't look at the face, look at the action. And the action tells you that they are not a man. That's not a man. When you look at a woman on television and you will what you call ostracize the female, that is what we do all the time. Criticize the female, and we look at everything to criticize the woman. That is not a man. That is not manly. In what society you grow up and you see that's become of man? Where you always want to be fighting with a woman on television. Where you always want to be in some kind of conflict with a woman. And some women also too don't know how to be a woman. They don't know what is a woman in the society that we grew up. Why? This is what slavery have done to your mind. You don't know what is a man. You don't know what a woman is all about. Slavery have done this to you. So when you start to attack the woman on the outside, on the field, what do you think you are doing? This is the same thing that the slave master made you do on the plantation. He put the whip in your hands and said, beat her. Even though she is pregnant, you can still beat her. This is what the slave master has done to us on the plantation. So this internet business is a new plantation. We can beat our sisters in disgrace, and sisters can take up the whip also and beat the brothers. This is what you are leaving your legacy to your children. This is what they are learning from you, and then you turn around and say the generation is lost. No, it's you that is lost. It is you gotta wake up. This is what I'm saying to you. Children, learn from example. Children, learn from our mothers. Children, learn from teachers. Children, learn from the professors of the university. What is wrong with our people today that we have no shame? We can curse one another out. What is wrong with us as a nation? Are we that blind to not see the reality? Are we that blind we cannot see our enemies? That they are laughing at you. You are making yourself a buffoon in front of the world. What is wrong with our African people? When we do things as that, we have no respect for man. We have no respect for females. It's like Malcolm X don't mean nothing. It's like Kwame Ture mean nothing to our people. Reverend Martin Luther King mean nothing to you. All these brothers who suffered, who died for uplifting the nation, this is how you will repay them in return. So what is the use of Garvey dying poor for you? All that Garvey learned, Marcus Garvey learned, he could have taken what he learned and get a job and feed himself properly and be a millionaire. You are shaming your race and you don't know. You are disgracing yourself and you don't know. But you see, we develop a new ideology of I don't care. That is the devil that gave you that ideology, I don't care. You are living through the movies in Hollywood, I don't care. It have nothing to do with uplifting your nation, because if you do care, you will lift your nation up. You will lift the woman, you will lift the man, and they will never conquer us again. And let us make the moon shine once again. Let us make the sun shine for us once again. Let us shine the light in dark places. That is what we need to do as a nation. Shine the light in dark places. Let the children see. I don't want us to return, and we are looking at the future 20 years from now, and our children are repeating the same nonsense. Woman against men and men against women. If we don't stop it now, that is what we're going to see for the next 30 years and next 40 years. You are in control of the nation. Your voice have an importance for the younger one. You are in control. So take the steering wheel and control your voices down the line. Control it. Because this generation that coming will be worse than the generation you've seen in prison today. You better know that. You'll be peeping outside your door and you'll wondering what have made them so wicked and cruel. It's you that is doing that to the younger ones. It's your attitude, your nasty devilish behaviors is doing that. Man, listen to me. You cannot run away from the truth. You cannot hide from the truth. And understand, your mother will always be your mother, and your sisters will always be your sister. You can take something else and try to replace your mother. You can replace your sister with another woman, but she will never fill that void of your mother. She will never fill that place in your heart as a sister. You got to understand what I'm talking about. The devil is laughing at you clowns outside there. It's like we feel the proudness and individualness. We feel good and we feel successful that I come on the internet and I can tell you and disgrace you. What glory is that? That is what many of our people feel. That is what we feel as individuals. We feel proud. I can say this to you. I can debate you. I can make you bow to me. What glory is that? I'm going to tell you where you get those attitude from. This is what the European been doing to us for thousands and trillions of years. Long time before you born, he been doing that to you. You walk into Africa and rape your mother and rape your father and disgrace one another. And you are doing it to one another rather than rebelling against evil. You're saying yes to evil. Oh, foolish nation. That is why the Bible all over the scriptures say you are foolish people. That is what the Bible say, and you are proving the point. You are proving to the world that you are foolish. No other race do that. No other man do that to the woman. And the way you are doing it, not I should even compare you to other race, because none can compare to you. I understand that, but when you fall, you fall. Going to take a break right here, listening to Visionary Talk Radio with Reverend Bagan Tewa the Lamb, Christ Consciousness right here. This is what we're going to do, wake up the nation. Right, and we are doing it. We're going to culminate together, Africans. Whether you like it or not, we're going to rise. That is what Marcus Garvey said. Rise, you mighty nation, rise.
Naitazamia mbingu mpya na nchi mpya.